Hello and welcome to practice. We're gonna start in hero pose today. If this is really a no-go posture, no worries. If you have a block, pop a block underneath your sit bones. If you don't have a block at home, you could use a pillow or just choose to be cross-legged and it's totally fine. Most important thing is that you're comfortable and you can manage to drop into your body and to relax without any body parts screaming at you right away. So yeah, get comfortable the way you choose. Let your hands land in your lap, on your thighs, either with your palms facing up or the palms facing down. Find a position on your thighs that really helps your shoulders to relax and to drop. Whenever you're comfortable, close your eyes down so the back of your eyes begin to open up and to go on this beautiful exploration of your inside world. Something that is often neglected because we're just too busy, and we have to be too, to take in what's happening around us. But that makes it even more important to find those times over the day where we then really retreat back inside ourselves, where we commit gifting our undivided attention to ourselves. So you feel yourself with all your senses, see yourself with all your eyes, hear yourself with all your ears, and be just there to hold space for yourself. So regardless what starts to bubble up to the surface, try not even to fix it, to change it, to manipulate it. Just hold space for it and let it be what it is. And from that environment of openness, of kindness, drop into your breath and begin to connect with your breath. Feel the depth of it, feel how your body responds to your breath. Are there parts in your body that are taking it in very easily and very welcoming? Are there other parts of your body where you almost feel numb, or your breath is not felt at all? And then again, we just take it as it is. We try not to necessarily judge it or label it. I would love to start today's practice with breath work, with box breathing technique, where we inhale for 4, we hold that breath for 4, we exhale for 4, and then we hold for 4, and then we begin again. So let's sync up our breaths first. Long deep breath into your stomach, up into your chest, and then exhale out to clear your throat. Let's begin. In, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, X, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, X, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, X, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. 2 more rounds in your own count. Take then another long deep breath in your preferred length, in your comfortable length. And then exhale that breath out fully and completely. Returning back now to a natural breath and just feeling the after ripples of it. Listening to the echo of it. And then turn your palms down if you had them facing up the way, and push your hands a little further down towards your knees. Let's come into a cow stretch from that shape. So you start to press your belly forward, you press your chest through your arms, arc your heart up high, let your sit bones slide off your heels, look up towards the sky. With an exhale out, round into your cat stretch, curling everything towards your navel. Inhale again, pressing chest forward and upwards, arching your lower back. Exhale out. Finding your cat stretch. Going here through another 2 in your own rhythm, in your own flow. Really feeling how breath connects with movement, how breath is movement and they can't be even separated. Exhale out, finding your cat stretch once more, and then return back into a neutral position. Let then your hands come down in front of you for a tabletop position. Maybe tapping the feet down to allowing blood circulation back into your feet, or even circling through your ankles. Beautiful. When you're ready, tuck your toes under and glide up. Come into your downward facing dog. Pedal your feet on the floor. Opening through that knee joint now. And then press your right heel into the ground. Have your left knee bent and maybe lean a little more into your right leg as well to stretch that right leg out. Inhale to switch directions, bending your right knee, having that left leg locked and the left heel is pushing down. Stay here for another breath in. Coming back into down dog, lifting now both of your heels up high. Try to keep that spine nice and extended. Keep your ears between your bicep. From the highest point, stay on your highest point, but bend your knees and let them come down to the floor without touching the floor. So just about to touch, and this is then when you reverse back up. Still very high on your toes, come into your down dog. Let's go for one more round. Bring those knees closer towards the floor. Beautiful. And then just when you're about to touch the ground, come back up into a downward facing dog. Anchor your hands down, grip the yoga mat with your fingertips as well. Really feel the connection. And then from here, begin to walk your feet in, one foot after the other. Can you lift your toes towards your shins? So it's like you're flexing your feet as you come to the front. Hands are still gripping the floor. Core is turning on to get those legs underneath your hips. Once you arrived at the front of the yoga mat, hold the opposite elbow and come into a passive forward fold. Head is relaxed, jaw is relaxed. Feel how the process of turning inwards is still happening, and it's so normal. So thoughts keep popping back in. Here in your forward fold, allow your thoughts now to drip out of your head, moving away into further distance. So there's no distraction and it's just you, your body, your breath. Let your hands come back down in front of your toes. Soften your knees slightly, extend your spine, sweep your arms back and around to come into a stand. Connect your palms above your head. Draw your hands to your heart center, Samastihiti. Let's begin. Arms up high, inhale. Exhale, open your arms to the side, slingshot your heart forward, lean into your toes, come into your forward fold. Feel the lengthening for your hamstring. Come into half lift, hands on the floor or your shins. If you have them on the shins, have a micro bend in your knees so you're not hyperextending. Then bend your knees so you can ground through your hands. I want all of you having your hands flat down on the ground, fingertips end here. So bend your knees. If you can't do it with straight legs, totally fine. Keep those hands connected downwards as you free your right foot. Step it all the way to the end of the yoga mat and come into lunge. Pull your whole body long, so hands are slightly in front of your left toes. Keep on pressing that right heel away from you. Keep on charging your heart through your arms forward. So feel how it's really bringing length to your body. It's not a shifting. One leg pulls the opposite way, then your chest. Stay here for another breath in, and then step it back into downward facing dog. You might have to slide your shoulders, your hands a little further underneath your shoulders. Lift your heels up high, draw your chin towards your chest, round your way forward. Ripple vertebra at a time until you unfurl your spine for high plank. Before you without your knees, find your low plank. Have your rib cage brushed by your elbows and then slither into baby cobra. Draw your elbows towards another. Let your collarbone smile. Feel the activation in your cobra, in your baby cobra, so you can take that with you then later on whenever you move into your full cobra. For now, let's ground through the knees, press back up, tuck your toes under, glide up, come into your downward facing dog. Inhale to lift that right leg up high to the sky. Curl your right knee into your chest and step it right through between your thumbs. Let your left knee come down towards the floor, swipe arms back and around. Keep on hugging your inner thighs towards another. Ribs are pulling towards another. Bicep beside your ears. Start to come deep into your low lunge. Take another breath in, and with that lift yourself out slightly so things can rearrange, maybe giving you new space to lean into it. Exhale out. Let's find our half split hands underneath the shoulders. Flex your right foot, actively pulling the toes towards your shin bone. Lift your sit bones to the back of the room and imagine almost like another cow stretch here, belly drops. From here, turn now your toes over to the right side, still flexing. The right outer hip is still pulling back. Same, but so different. Isn't that incredible? And then come over to the other side. So still digging with the heel into the ground, but magnetizing towards the right sit bone pulls back in space, and then return back to neutral position. Beautiful. Bring that right foot back down to the floor, tuck your left toes under, open into an easy twist. Belly button shines to the side without lifting out of that leg. Stay grounded. Stay here for another breath in. With an exhale out, swipe now your right arm to the front of the room and straighten that right leg. Belly button is still looking over to the right side. Keep on pressing the right big toe into the floor. Open into your easy twist once more. Inhale, so hip sinks, beautiful. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Bring your right arm overhead towards the front of the room. Keep on turning your belly to the side, and then soften right hand down to the floor. Right knee bends. Step your left foot beside your right foot. Find your forward fold at the front of the yoga mat. Soften your knees, sweep your arms back and around. Stand up nice and tall. Inhale. Hands to heart center. Samastihiti. Begin at the bottom of the feet. Drink in earth energy through your legs, pelvis, torso, arms. Give it up towards the sky. Free dive. It's like you're leaning over a cliff edge. And then dive deep. Come into half lift, hands on your shins or on the floor. With an exhale out, seal your palms flat down into the ground. Bend your knees if you have to. Without letting go of your palms, free your left foot. Step it right through to the very end. It's a bit like a longer lunge here as you press your chest forward. Keep on pushing that left knee away from you so your left knee locks out. Have your bum firm, bubble butt. Take another breath in, step it back into a downward facing dog. Shorten your stance. Beautiful. With your next inhale, lift your heels up high, draw your chin towards your chest, round your way forward. Come into high plank. With or without your knees, find your low plank. Exhale. Coming into baby cobra or full cobra, knowing that baby cobra is always an option. It's not even like a compromise. It's great as it is. With or without your knees, find your way back up into a downward facing dog. Stay here for an extra breath. Inhale. Exhale out. Let's lift left leg up high to the sky. Inhale. Curl your left knee into your chest and step it right through between your hands. Drop right knee down towards earth. Swipe arms back and around. Place your bicep beside your ears. Pelvis neutral. Activate your core. Bum is firm as you sink deep. Bring that right hip with you around to the front of the room. And then give yourself just a little more room. Lift yourself out of it. Let things rearrange. And then from here, sink a little deeper. But it still has that character, that taste of ease as you sink. Find your half split, hands underneath your shoulders. Flexing that left foot. Pulling toes towards your shin. Extending spine long. Imagine your sit bones have strings attached. And someone is pulling the strings towards the back wall. And from here, open your left foot over to the side. Oh, so we get all parts of our hamstring. Now the lateral part. And then through your center, move more to the inside part of it. Wonderful. You might find differently. Maybe your inside, your meridian is a little tighter than the lateral one. Come back to center. From here, find your way back to the front of the yoga mat. Tuck your right toes under and find your easy twist, looking over to the left side. So sink into your left hip and also stay active through your inner thighs. Keep on pulling them towards your center line. Feel how this brings liberation and length to your whole body. Then from here, press through your left foot, bring your left arm overhead, but start to straighten that left leg. Oof, and then release again, bending into hip and knee to return back into easy twist. Stay here for another breath in. With an exhale, start to straighten left leg. You can come up on your fingertips if that helps you to go a little deeper, to reach a little further, and then soften and come back into your lunge. Step your right foot to the front of the yoga mat. Beside your left foot, find your forward fold. Soften your knees, sweep arms back and around to come all the way up. Stand nice and tall. Inhale. Connect your hands with your heart center. And as you draw your hands to your heart center, this is actually the gesture of drawing yourself all the way back inside in case you lost it and you got a little bit distracted, which is totally fine. Let's take in a breath again from the bottom of the feet all the way up to the fingertips. Release that breath. Exhale out and swan dive over your legs. Beautiful. Come into a half lift, lift into your toes. Inhale. With an exhale, plant your hands. And this time, see if you can bring your fingertips in alignment with your toes. So your hands are going further back. Again, have your knees bent to press palms down as much as you have to. From here, it's actually a strong core activation. See if you can, without losing your hands, free your right foot. And then reach it right through to the very end of the yoga mat. Bend your left knee so the left hand still on the outside of that left foot. Let your right heel come down towards earth. Open into extended side angle. Again, more than welcome to pitch up high on your fingertips, or even your left forearm could come across your left thigh. So you have that space to roll open. This is what it's about. We want to open up to the side. We want to open up our hips. If you can't get that down here, then do that and you will get more out of it. Stay here for another breath in. Keep on working into that knee bend. Stay bent through that left knee. Lift up. Come into your warrior two. Relaxing shoulders and face, making sure that your shoulders are really sitting on top of your hips. Ground through your feet. Let that warrior energy bubble up along your legs. Reverse your warrior. Left arm goes past your ear. Right hand is reaching down. Stay here for another breath in. With an exhale, start to straighten your left leg. Level your arms to the floor. Triangle pose. Keep your hip where it is in space. From here, reach further forward. Then let your left hand come down on a shin bone, on a block, on the floor. Right arm reaches up high. There is a lifting sensation within the posture. Can you press the big toe of your left foot down into the earth as well? So even the big toes drinks up that lifting energy from earth to sky. Stay here for another breath in. With an exhale out, let that right arm come forward. Downwards, frame your left foot. Roll onto the ball of your right foot. Free your left foot and pierce the sky with it. Three-legged down dog. Beautiful. Try to have your inner thighs connected, so you could even look up towards your left foot, past your right knee. If you're able to spot that left foot, fantastic. And then see if they're also looking down. Sometimes they look somewhere to the side. We want to have really strict split here, so the toes are looking downwards. Then keep your left foot lifted. Come high on the toes of your right foot. Bend your right knee. Bring it towards the floor, but keep that left leg lifted. Oof, 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 oof. Hard work. Beautiful. Once you're grounded with that right knee, bring your chest over your thumbs. Bend the elbows to the back of the room. Lift back up high. Curl your left knee into your chest. Round. And then from here, thread left leg over to the right side. So the knees are on top of each other. Kick your right foot over to the left side so you create a gap for your bum to slide in between your heels. Reach with your arms forward, and it's like a child's pose, only that your legs are in a knot. Stay in here for another 2 breaths. One more breath. And then find your way back out. Come back onto your knees. It's the easy way out. So our right leg frees first to step back into plank position, followed by the left leg. Activate your core in your plank, low plank with or without your knees. Exhale out. Inhale, come into your cobra. Roll shoulder heads backwards. Have your bum firm. Draw your navel towards your spine. Arch your legs. Keep them long as you roll over your toes back into a downward facing dog. Return home. Stay here for an extra breath. Connect the big toes at the end of the yoga mat. Lift your right leg up high to the sky. Inhale. And then step your right foot just halfway through, or maybe even just a third, so it lands underneath your belly button, not between your hands. Palms are pressing down and they are flat. From here, lift that left leg up behind you, and you are a bit in that in-between down dog and standing split. Beautiful. Our left leg is our leg that lifts now that right leg off the floor to step between or jump between our thumbs. So try to keep your right leg straightish. The left leg will give you momentum. Right foot is the one that lands again. So tap your left foot down, kick it up, pull right leg up, pull it underneath your body between your thumbs. Did that work? Okay, we're gonna hop back. Hopping back is a little easier because you can actually push through your hands. Left leg goes up and then jump it back. Beautiful. Let's come forward one more time, still on that right leg. Left leg up, kick, pull it in. And then find your standing split from here now. So bow over your right leg. Keep on piercing the sky with your left toes. Stay here for another breath. With an exhale, step your left foot beside your right foot. Find your forward fold. Soften your knees. Sweep your arms back and around to come all the way up. Standing nice and tall. Inhale. Hands to heart center. Samastiti. Let's begin again. Take a breath in. Lift your arms up high. Open your arms to the side. Slingshot your heart forward and resist as long as possible before you enter your swan dive. Well done. Come into half lift. Inhale. Activate your lats. Pull ears away from your shoulders. And then come back down. See if you can place your hands beside your toes. Bend your knees if needed. This is core activation. I want you to feel how your core helps you to keep palms pressed down. Yet we're going to lift left leg off the floor. Ooh, very compressed. But that's so good. Free your left leg and step it right through to the very end of the yoga mat. Bend into your right knee. Turn your left heel down. So best case scenario, your right hand is in the right spot already, in alignment with your right toes. You can come up on your fingertips or bring forearm across. Find your extended side angle. Keep on reaching, but feel how, you're not jamming, you're not resting in your joints. Everything is turned on, and it helps you to spread out just a little more. Stay here for one more breath. Stay strong through your legs. Lift up into your warrior two. Exhale out. Staying here, just feeling that shape, feeling the energy of the shape. Eventually even moving away from how it looks like to how does it feel like, and then adjusting accordingly. Reverse your warrior. Come back out of it, straighten your right leg. Find your triangle pose. Right hand down on the outside of your right shin, or on top of it, left arm lifts up high. Work with that right big toe. Keep on pressing it down into the earth as you start to lengthen more and more through your left arm. Stay here for one more. And then release, bring your left arm back forward, bending into the right knee, so you end up in your lunge. From your lunge, come up into a three-legged down dog. Right leg pierces the sky. Again, avoid any opening through the hip. It has its positives as well. It has its effects in its time too. But for now, we want to work on the hips being closed. Right toes are pointing down. And our inner thighs are magnetized towards another. Keep that right heel lifted as you begin to lift your left heel off the floor as well. Pull your left knee towards your left wrist, and with that, lower it down. But don't let that right leg drop. It's hard work. I know there's a lot going on at the same time. Well done. Inhale, celebration breath. Exhale, lower your chest down towards your thumbs. Keep that right leg lifted just for a little longer. Push yourself back out of it. Curl your right knee into your chest. You can untuck your left toes now. Tiger curl, or if you need more height, come on your fingertips. Try to thread that right leg through without scraping the floor. Make this your mission. Well done. Knees are now behind each other, on top of each other. Create a gap with your heels and then glide into it with your butt. like a child's pose, so our arms are still reaching forward. Head is heavy. Let it be as heavy as it is. Stay in here for another 2. One more breath. With your arms, pull yourself back onto your knees. Step your left foot back first. Step your right foot beside it. One vinyasa if you want to come back into downward facing dog straight away. Strong core, strong legs if you roll from your cobra into your downward facing dog. Stay here for 1 breath. Maybe blow some raspberries. Releasing tension, calming the nervous system. Bring your left leg up high towards the sky. Inhale. And then let's step through only halfway or 1/3, so your left foot lands somewhere underneath your belly button. Palms are still managed to stay flat. Bend your left knee. If you have to, float right leg up behind you. Beautiful. Feel the lengthening in your left hamstring by lifting right leg a little high, and feel how you can lean a little more into your hands. From here, use your right leg to lift your left leg off the floor. It's the left foot that lands between our hands. Go for it. Down, up, jump, and go through. Beautiful. Same way to come back. Tap, lift, and jump. Wonderful. One more round to come back to the front. Right leg taps, lift, and jump. Then find your standing split from here. So left foot grounded, right foot goes up towards the sky. Lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. Beautiful. And then step your right foot down beside your left foot. Well done. Soften your knees. Sweep your arms back and around to stand nice and tall. Inhale. Bring your hands to heart center, down towards your chest. Exhale out. Using this movement to center yourself. Let's begin again from your core, arms up high. Your knees, swan dive. Exhale out. Into your practice. Come into half lift here. Inhale. Exhale, fold back down. Bring your hands beside your toes. Keep on pushing your hands downwards for your right foot. Step it right through to the very end of the yoga mat. Bend your left knee and come into your lunge with your hands being grounded. Push your chest forward. Beautiful. Another breath in. Exhale out. And then see if you can come into a pyramid variation here. So the hands are beside our foot. You can be on your fingertips, obviously, or on your shin bone as you straighten both of your legs. So the stance is very wide, very long, and that's okay. Stay here for another breath in. Exhale out. Rebending into that left knee. Drop your right leg, your right knee down. Come up into low lunge. Inhale, exhale, sink, sink, sink towards your left heel. Beautiful. Bring your hands down again, and then see if you can shuffle that left foot just a little further out in front of you. So we are in a low lunge, but the knee and the heel is just very far apart. Sinking into your hip here. See if you can walk your hands out towards your left foot without starting to round through your spine. So you want to stay straight. And then from here, do a half split. So it will feel very different because our legs are so far apart. But just, go for it, replicate it. So you push your right hip over your right knee and you straighten your left leg. Keep on hugging your inner thighs towards another. Stay here for one more breath. Exhale out. Well done. Then from here, pull now your heel further under again. Tuck your right toes under so you return back into your lunge. Come into three-legged down dog. Lift that left foot up high, high, high to the sky. Join in with your right heel. Come onto your tippy toes. Keep that left heel lifted as you rebend into your right knee to return back to the floor with control. Keep that left leg up high. Well done. Bring your chest over your thumbs. Inhale. Brush the ribcage on the way down. Just when you're about to ground, lift that left heel a little higher and then lift yourself back up high. tiger curl and pull your left knee into your chest, round, and then thread that left leg over to the outside of the yoga mat. Bring your right foot over to the left side. This time we're gonna sit down with our shoulders on top of the hips. So if this is too much, find something you can pop underneath your hips. That helps immensely to find more comfort and to get both sit bones into the floor. Lift your arms up over your head. Inhale, just to remind your spine to stay nice and tall. And then let's come into a side bend to the left side. So left hand goes down in alignment with your left hip bone. Right fingertips past your ear. Stay grounded through that right sit bone. So use the weight of your left leg to anchor it down even more. So there's no lifting energy from your upper body. It's all just grounding, apana, down, down, down. And then from that strong foundation is more freedom, more liberation to reach long. Stay here for one more breath. Exhale out to bring both of your hands back over your shoulders. Let your hands come down towards the floor. The easy way out. On your knees, from here step your right foot back. Join with your left foot. Go for your vinyasa or press back into your down dog straight away. We're going to wait for each other here. Let's take one more breath in our down dog to meet ourselves again, to meet in the gap. Beautiful. With your next inhale, start to lift your right leg up high to the sky. Exhale out to step that right foot just halfway through, maybe a little further forward, so now it lands more almost underneath your chest. Keep your palms pressed down, including your heels of your hands. Keep your elbows locked out. Bring that left leg up high. Same, just a little bit different. So now as you jump that right foot between your hands, maybe have a little more air time and think of a handstand in between. Don't freak out, you've done it already, so it's all good. The left leg will be the leg that lifts our hips over our shoulders. Before you do that, come on through the toes of your right foot and notice how this shifts weight already into your hands, and this is where we want to stay. Now use your left leg, tap it down, kick it up, and step that right foot through. Well done. Coming back out of it the same way you got in there. Come high on your toes. Have that weight pressed into your hands. Left leg taps down, lifts up, whoop, and then jump out a little bit. Last one here. I jumped almost too far. I'm gonna go back in again. Last one here. Tap, lift, step, and then join with your left leg. Bring left knee to the outside of your right ankle to sit down in your twist. Just to calm yourself, to catch some breath after that adventure of standing on your hands. Look over your right shoulder. I know catching your breath in a twist is fairly challenging, but it's also a good reminder when we're out of breath that we have to push even in our twist to get that breath still all the way down. Stay in here for one more. Well done. Turn your chest back to the front, frame your right foot, lift yourself out. Let's meet at the front of the yoga mat in a forward fold. Soften your knees, sweep arms back and around to rise up nice and tall. Bring your arms over your head. Inhale, hands to heart center, Samastihiti. From here, begin again and give yourself permission to begin again with a fresh start. Freeing yourself from old attachments, beliefs, burdens. Come into half lift, inhale. Exhale, sink back down, glide your hands beside your toes. Free your left foot, step it right through to the very end of the yoga mat. Bring your left knee down towards the floor and pull yourself through. Beautiful. Stay in here for another breath in. Exhale out. Then reset just for a moment. Come up into a low lunge with your arms over your head. Walk those toes a little further forward and then bring your hands back down again. So now your right foot sits almost in front of that right knee. Beautiful. Let's just see how this feels. If you want to go for a full split, and you did it on the other side, feel free to do it on this side as well. Keep on working with your inner thigh. So often what happens when we split is that we open our hip. which is okay to some point, but we want to be aware of it, right? We want to work against it. Maybe it doesn't happen and that means our hips are still open and that's okay, but we want to be aware of it. Let's come into a half split now from here with that wider stance. Straighten your right leg, pull those right toes towards your shin bone. See how it changed the movement itself just by changing little things. And I love that about my practice as well, like doing the same things over and over again. However, there's always small tiny adjustments and changes, which gives me a whole new experience. And with that I never get bored by my practice. And then obviously there's me feeling different every day, every moment feels different. The environment around influences us too in some sort, and this makes our practice different too. Well done. From here, release. Bend that right knee again so you can push the right foot down. Tuck your left toes under and then come into your pyramid stretch with your feet being really far apart. See how you go. Stay here for one more breath. Wonderful. Find your three-legged down dog from here, pushing into your hands, right leg kisses the stars. Inhale, keep that right leg lifted. Come high on your left toes, bend your left knee. At the same time, pull it towards your wrist as you lower it down with so much control. Don't drop through that right leg. Oof. Chest towards thumbs. Come low. Lift yourself back out of it. Untuck your left toes. Draw your right knee in. Tiger pose so you have enough height, and then thread that right leg over on top of your left leg. Kick your left foot over to the right side and then come and sit back between your heels. Use some sort of prop if grounding through both of your sit bones feels impossible. Lift your arms over your head in here and then lean over to the right side. Right hand in alignment with your hip bone, so you don't want to have that hand too far back. You want to have your right rib cage still rolling forward, so everything is facing the front as you lean to the side. Keep on breathing into the left side of your body, enjoying it to a max. Stay here for another 2. One more breath. And then find your way back out of it. Oh, love this one. Coming back forward onto your knees. Step your left foot back. Join with your right foot. Stay in your plank position. Flow through vinyasa or press it back into a downward facing dog. Stay here for another breath. Letting it all out. Exhale. Connect your big toes at the end of the yoga mat. Lift your left leg up high to the sky. Inhale. Step your left foot through. Bring it underneath your chest. Beautiful. Have your hands grounded. Lift that right leg up high to the sky. Again, a little play here. Finding some air time on our hands. Maybe not even labeling it as a handstand. It's just about balancing on those hands for a little moment. So the left foot is the one that steps between our hands, but maybe in between it tucks up towards your chest. Come high on your tippy toes so the shoulders and the bum is already sitting above the wrist as good as possible. Tap down, lift up high, jump between your hands. Let's go back the same way. Tap down, lift up high, and jump back down. Last one. Tap down, lift up high, and then come down between your hands with your left foot. Right knee crosses over to the outside of your left ankle, and then come into a seated position. Whew. Just letting everything settle and sink. Twisting it out, coming over your left shoulder. Pushing the breath still all the way down into your stomach, past all that wringing and twisting, in order to give yourself a beautiful rinse out. Stay here for 2 more. Last one. And then turn your chest back to the front. Free both of your legs. Straighten them, both of them first out in front of you, maybe pulling the sit flesh to the side. Inhaling as you lift your arms up high. And then come into forward fold over both of your legs. Exhaling out. Massage your inside with your breath. Feel how the breath always finds a way. How the breath really touches us in places where nothing else or no one else can touch us, can reach us. And this makes it such a special connection. Then release your forward fold, bend your knees, hold the back of your knees to roll your way down. And since we had a lot of front body activation today and a lot of opening of our posterior chain, I feel like we should just do one fish pose to seal it off, to create balance again. So bring your palms underneath your sacrum, hands on top of each other, but the palms are facing down. Then from here, straighten your legs, but also walk your elbows towards another underneath your body. And with that, you might already feel some sort of lifting through your chest. Close your legs together, flex your feet. Then give a good push through your hands, palms and elbows. Pull them towards another behind your spine. And notice how this brings your chest even further up. Your highest point of your neck is happy with it. Let your head drop backwards and then sink the ground of your head back down towards the floor. Feet are still flexed. Take a breath in. Exhale out. Take a breath in. Exhale out. Last one, take a breath in. Exhale out. Draw your chin towards your chest first so your neck is safe. Then sink back down, bend your knees, pull your hands out from underneath. Feel into the after. Feel if there's something else you would like to do before you stretch out and to join then into Shavasana. In your Shavasana, set yourself up as expansive as possible. Allowing the energy really to unfold, the energy you activated, you reactivated in within. So every cell of your body can take it in. Like the biggest reboot. It's the best. Take your time here. Enjoy those last couple of minutes with yourself, by yourself. Thank you very much for sharing your energy. As always, if you like this one, leave me a like, a comment with other requests. I always appreciate hearing from you guys. Namaste.